Hi friends, welcome to HRTALKS. Today we are going to learn how to do VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is a popular function in Excel and very commonly used. This function can be obtained. You can find this function if you are using the mouse. Go to the function bar and type for VLOOKUP. Once you are there, you will be able to see this function. So these are some of the areas, these are some of the field that is required to run this lookup function. So if you see, you require a lookup value, table array, column index number, and range lookup. We will go through these details one by one, and today we are going to learn how to use this function without touching mouse. So before doing that, we will need to understand how does this VLOOKUP function helpful and what exactly it does. So to do that, we have a working area. Let us go to the working area. So here you can find a working sheet I have created, and in this sheet there is a list of employees with their reference number. However, I don't have these two details, so I am looking for their brand and their tick value. So these are some of the details I need to get. And fortunately, we have these details available in a different sheet called additional sheet over here. Okay, if I go to that sheet, I have following details available. I have the date available, I have the reference number available, I have the brand and the tick value. So the very first thing what I have noticed is that, okay, this reference number over here, this reference number, it is common. So it is both available in my working sheet. If you see in my working sheet as well, you will find the reference number. So this reference number is common in both places, in additional data and in working data. God, it's good. That means I will able to understand. Okay, for S112, what is the brand? I just need to go here and do a filter, and and filter the employee S112, and then I will get this detail, right? So S112 has a brand LLM, and the tick value is 30,000. So I can write it over here. So just imagine if you have a huge data, and now it is only 30, but if you have 30,000 or much more data, then it would be too difficult for you to go back individually and type or copy paste all this record. So there is a beautiful function which is very commonly and very popularly used called VLOOKUP function. We can use that function, and with that we will be able to copy the data. Without wasting the time, let us start function. Okay, so the very first thing what we need to do to run any function in Excel is to press equal to, yeah, press equal sign, and after pressing equal sign, type VLOOKUP. Once you start typing it, you will get this over here you will get this function coming in. Press tab. Once you have pressed tab, select the lookup value. So the lookup value is nothing but you have the common value, you have to look for this one. So you can use your arrow key, okay, and select that value, and then press comma. Comma will separate each particular segment that you require. So first of all, you have completed, you have made sure that the lookup value is given, and then you have to now you entered into table array. That means you have to show basically where is this value available. Now I know this value is available in additional data sheet, so I have to go there. To go there, using the computer keyboard, you have to press control and page up and page down to go to that sheet. So if I do a control page up and page down, so page up to go back to the sheet, page down to move forward, so I can be there. So over here, whenever you are selecting the table array, always select the table array from the common references. So the table array should always start with the common references. So here in our case, the common references is the reference number. That means these numbers. So over here, whenever I am selecting, I need to select the complete common references accordingly. So if you're using keyboard, then press Ctrl Shift and use your arrow key. Once you have selected your common references, press F4 to lock it. So I would show you what exactly happens. If you watch over here, you will able to understand. The moment when I press an F4 function, what it does is it will add or remove, the dollar sign. So dollar sign, what it does is it will lock, the area which I have selected. So here I have to, after selecting the range, just press F4 and it will straight away put the lock function. Basically we need to select those, areas. And what I need to do after doing that function, after completing the table array, press comma and come to the column range. Column range is nothing but, in column range I need to give an instruction to Excel that which column should be coming as your answer. Here I need over there brand, the values for brand. So what I have is that brand is second place from the reference number. So I have selected from here. So brand is the second place from my area, 1 2, right? So just give that number here. I'll remove it because when you are going back and forth, this kind of things will come. It just ignore it. So you have to keep a reference of what is coming after comma. So over here column index number should be there. So column index number is second one, 1 2, second one. Okay, this value we are looking. Then press comma. Here it will ask you whether you need an appropriate match or an exact match. We always go for an exact match. For that you can select false or press 0, and after the function press bracket close, then type enter. You will have your brand. This is the simplest way to run a VLOOKUP using only keyboard. So I will run it only using the keyboard. I'll just tell you how I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm typing equal sign, type VLOOKUP, pressed tab, selected the lookup value, then typed comma, control and page down because my page is on the right hand side, as you can see, selecting the VLOOKUP, the range area, the table array. So table array is from here because I have the common reference as reference number. So I'm selecting the entire region. I used Control Shift and arrow key. I pressed F4 to lock the area. Then I'm typing comma to separate. I now go back to the next requirement, that is column index number. Here I am looking for the tick which is third from reference number. So I'm pressing 3, then I'm typing comma, and then I want the exact match, so I'm typing 0, bracket close. Now I'm ready, done, enter. My value is here. I will go down and just copy all the functions. So to do that one, I have a common used shortcut called Control D. Just type Control D, or otherwise you can go straight away and select the range and just double click here or double click here, or just drag and drop up till end. Okay, so once you have done this, you will get your value. And the interesting thing is that this is dynamic. That means let's just focus only on this guy. Okay, let me just make a color for this one. Okay, as you can see over here, the value for this particular person, John, it is 30,000 as tick. Okay, let me just go here and select that person S112 and make this to 50,000. Okay, previously it was 30,000, now I made it as 50,000. Go back to the sheet, and it got changed. So it is dynamic, and this is how the VLOOKUP function will work. And it's the simplest way. I will add whatever shortcut keys I have used in the description, so you can go back and refer to that. And after this we will be looking how to get the data. So you can see here, so there are some data which is like I have added, before the common references. Let's say if I want to bring the date over here, if I just want to bring the date over here, how to do that one? Because the VLOOKUP function, the limitation of VLOOKUP is that VLOOKUP can get the data from towards the front. So any data coming from here, you can get that one. That's why we always keep the common references as the first place, because from 1, 2, 3, whatever is coming ahead, we can get that data, but it will not be working reverse, right? So in my next video we will be discussing on some of the function which can do the same function like in VLOOKUP, but back and forth. Because in VLOOKUP, if you want to bring this data, what you need to do, you have to make sure that this particular date has to be copied over here somewhere, and then you will run the VLOOKUP and say that it will be the first place or wherever it is coming in. So in my coming videos we will be discussing a different function which can give you the result without making any change. Hope this was a helpful video for you, and we value your comments and feedback. Appreciate you can put your comment, and if you require any particular video or a session in Excel, please do let us know. God bless you all. Have a wonderful time. Thank you.